Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. I welcome you here into our place of peace, of rest, of asking, listening, and receiving. And today we're going to begin with just breathing in the frequency of faith. So we're going to breathe it into our bodies. And as we let go, letting go of all fear and all doubt, we're going to breathe in faith again. And out. And on this last one, imagining the faith moving right into the marrow of your bones, that it becomes the very center of the stability in which holds up your frame. Breathing in and out. Today I woke up and I watched this opportunity that God had given me 4 days ago that felt like an opportunity of a lifetime begin to slip away. And I felt myself feel like I didn't chase it fast enough and I didn't take action fast enough. And so it was going to be lost. And then I just knew the truth that whatever is mine, whatever is divinely mine, can never be lost. Then one of my favorite phrases by the great Florence Scovel is, "What is mine by divine right can never be lost." What is mine by divine right can never be lost. And then I felt this faith begin to move through my body, a faith of strength, a faith of hope, a faith of trust. That if indeed this opportunity was for me, then it would not be lost. And then this surety came into my body and into my feet and into my heart. And then I remembered to just soften my palms, open them to God, and ask to receive. What is my next action? What is the next step? And then those become my offerings. You see, God gives us visions, but then we must give offerings for the visions to come to life. We must give of our time, our energy, a lot of the times our finances, for the creation of the work. And that is the matter that we give God. It is the offering we give God. And in that, God then can take it and form it into the vision we've been given. But when we are given visions and we do not take action, and we allow fear to be our master, we allow stagnation to be the frequency of our bodies, the visions just slowly die. And it's not because God doesn't love us. It's not because that vision wasn't true. It's because God cannot create anything from nothing. God took matter and created the earth. God needs you to give him matter to create the visions. God needs you to take inspired action. God needs you to do things even when you feel wobbly. God needs you to produce something so that God can take it and create the vision. It is a partnership. It is co-creation with God. And so today, as we go into prayer, I'm going to invite you to pick up whatever vision it is that God has given you, that you feel like has died, that you feel like you have failed, that you feel like it wasn't true. Why did God give you such a vision? And you're going to ask that first put it into God, as we always do. Ask that it may be transfigured, but then ask today to receive. What is the action you must do? What are the words you need to hear that is going to get you back online so that this action becomes true matter to pull forth the vision that you were given? So I want you to pick it up and you're going to put it into God. You're going to allow God to transfigure it. You're going to allow God to transform it. And then we're going to ask that God will touch your cells, that your cells will match the frequency of the vision that you had been given, the dream that had been blessed and placed into the belly of your heart, that your cells may match it, that you may become the one who can be it and do it and hold it. And then I'm going to ask that God will place his hands on your head to give you a blessing, that you may hear the words that are for you today, that you may receive the action that is needed for you to be able to bring the vision to earth. And I'll be quiet while you pray. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. And that prayer is a prayer that I invite you to say every day until that vision comes to life. God, what is the actions that I need to take? What is the offering that I need to give for this vision to come true? And then ask that your cells will match it. And then today, I'm going to ask that the Divine Mother will place her hands on our heart, because so much grief happens when visions don't come to life. There's so much grief when we see a sparkle of what our future self is meant to be, and then we don't do it. There's grief in it. There's loss. And I can feel this grief in the heart right now. So when I have deep grief, I just ask that the Divine Mother will come and place her hands on my heart to hold the grief, and to allow me to believe. Believe in dreams, believe in hope, and believe in the visions that God has given me. And then we're going to wrap today up in so much love, tenderness, and a wild faith. And I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. If this episode moved or inspired you, I encourage you to share it. Think of someone who needs this message today and text it to them. Let's add more light to the world by welcoming people into our prayer corner together. I also want to invite you to create your own prayer corner at home, a space set apart where you can return again and again to hear God's voice. To support you, I've created the Sacred Space course, which guides you step by step in locating, creating, and dedicating your very own sacred space. You're also welcome into the Sacred Wandering Facebook group, where you can share the blessings that God is giving you and be uplifted by others walking this path. You can find both of these resources in the show notes, or just send me a DM on Instagram at Keira Brinton, and me or my team will send them directly to you. I want to thank you for being one of the rare humans who chooses to sit at the foot of God, to ask, listen, and do. And as always, I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me.